Does Trump risk losing key Arab friends as Qatar, which hosts the largest U.S. base in the region, finally breaks its silence on Iran war? With Mojtaba now in charge, did Iran just do something which Ali Khamenei never fully achieved, pushing Qatar to directly tell Trump there is danger ahead? Arab panic has hit a fever pitch, and the Qatari Emir's stark warning underlines how shaken Gulf leaders are by the spiraling conflict. Iran's relentless drone and missile barrages on Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Kuwait have brought the Gulf to the brink. Is Iran's new supreme leader openly defying Trump, feeding perceptions that Mojtaba could be even more dangerous and unpredictable? Qatar's Emir warned U.S. President Donald Trump of serious consequences from the ongoing war with Iran, cautioning the continued escalation could destabilize the region and the wider world. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad al-Thani told Trump that the rapidly worsening conflict could have grave global repercussions for peace, security, and the international economic order. The warning came during a March 7 phone call, as reported by Middle East Monitor Citing Qatar News Agency, with both leaders discussing Iranian attacks on Qatar and other Gulf states. This intervention followed the succession of Mojtaba Khamenei, who replaced his father Ali Khamenei after the latter was killed in U.S.-Israeli strikes, adding an extra layer of uncertainty in Tehran. Middle East Monitor citing Qatar News Agency reported, and I quote, "During the call, Sheikh Tamim stressed that the escalation could negatively affect international peace and security, urging renewed diplomatic efforts to prevent the situation from deteriorating further. He also emphasized the importance of containing the crisis through political and diplomatic channels, while affirming that Qatar would defend its sovereignty, security, and national interests if necessary." Both Doha and Washington agreed on the importance of supporting political solutions to address the current tensions. Unquote. Qatar's message carries added weight because the country hosts Udeid, the largest U.S. military base in the Middle East, which itself has been targeted by Iranian missiles and drones during the war. The Emir's warning came even as Iran on March 10 intensified attacks across Gulf states, maintaining pressure on both U.S. assets and Arab partners. On the morning of March 10, Iran allegedly fired new salvos of drones and missiles at Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the UAE, triggering multiple air defense engagements. Saudi authorities said they destroyed 2 drones over the kingdom's oil-rich eastern province, preventing them from reaching key energy installations. The UAE reported that its air defenses were confronting missile threats and drones originating from Iran, with interceptions recorded over several emirates. Kuwait said it shot down 6 drones targeting its northern and southern regions, and it summoned Iran's ambassador in protest, vowing a response if attacks continue. Meanwhile, Bahrain alleged that an Iranian attack in Manama killed 1 person, adding to the toll from recent strikes on its territory. Iran International reported the latest coordinated attacks on Arab states just hours after Trump's press briefing, in which he sought to project that the conflict was moving toward closure. Trump on March 9 said the war would end soon, arguing that the U.S. was achieving its military objectives in Iran and that key targets had already been hit. However, only hours later, Iranian officials countered that Tehran, not U.S. forces, would decide when the war ends, insisting they would keep striking until their own goals are met. In parallel, Kuwait's Emir condemned Iran's attacks and pledged to take all measures to defend the country, underscoring rising resolve among Gulf rulers even as they call for de-escalation.
Our country has been subjected to a brutal attack by a neighboring Muslim state that we consider a friend, despite the fact that we did not allow our land, airspace, or coast to be used in any military action against it. We informed it of this repeatedly through our diplomatic channels. These wrongful allegations that targeted Kuwait's airspace, territory, civilian facilities, and infrastructure, and resulted in the martyrdom of members of our armed forces and an innocent child, as well as the deaths of several nationals of friendly countries, in addition to injuries among citizens and residents, constitute a blatant violation of international norms and conventions, and a flagrant assault on Kuwait's sovereignty, security, and stability. Such actions bring nothing but destruction and the intimidation of innocent people, standing in complete contradiction to the principles of good neighborliness and representing a violation of international law and the Charter of the United Nations. We will not allow any state whatsoever to undermine our security or stability. We call on the international community to assume its responsibilities in condemning this sinful aggression and to take decisive positions that ensure respect for international laws and conventions, reinforce international peace and security, and prevent the recurrence of such violations. We also affirm that the attacks targeting our brotherly countries are attacks on the security of our entire region and a direct threat to its stability and peace. The security of the states of the Gulf Cooperation Council is indivisible, and any violation of the sovereignty of any of its member states is a violation of our collective security. From this standpoint, the state of Kuwait affirms its full solidarity with its brothers and its support for all measures taken to protect the sovereignty of our countries and the security and stability of our peoples. The state of Kuwait affirms its full and inherent right to defend itself under Article 50, one of the Charter of the United Nations, in response to this blatant aggression, in a manner proportionate to the scale and nature of the attack and in accordance with the provisions of international law. Kuwait will take all necessary measures to protect its territory, its people, and the residents living within it, in a way that ensures the preservation of its sovereignty, security, and stability. My sisters and brothers, the daughters and sons of my dear nation, the state of Kuwait, by the grace of God and through your awareness and unity, is capable of overcoming all challenges. Throughout our history, we have gone through difficult moments and emerged from them stronger and more resilient, more united and cohesive, and with a deeper conviction that this homeland deserves much from us. Today, as we witness a period of regional tensions and the unjust attacks that have taken place, my confidence in you to overcome their repercussions is boundless, and my trust in our national institutions to fulfill their responsibilities remains firm. Despite what we are witnessing today, our duty is to continue working with faith that tomorrow will be better. Crises, no matter how long they last, do not endure. History has taught us that wisdom prevails, and that the peoples who stand united in the face of crises are the ones who shape their present and future through their own will.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.